Does the person you are with encourage you to read? You have to ask, what does he bring for me? Roses or books? If someone has a stake in making you better, that person will push you towards books. Books are what we all need.
So good afternoon, sir. My question is, sir, nowadays we use YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, and other such short video platforms, and they are really shortening our attention span. So my question is, how can we use technology and media in such a way that it does not affect our attention span, and what are some ways to maximize it? Thank you, sir.
See, it is primarily not about the span of attention. The important thing is not really for how long you can hold your attention on an object. The important thing is what is the quality of the object you are attending to. And the nature of human consciousness is such that only very specific type of objects can really hold your attention for long. Let me go a little deeper into it. You see, our mind, our consciousness is constantly searching for something. Getting it? Man is the name of a lifelong craving. We are continuously a longing. And the world is full of infinite objects, and we do not know those objects. Therefore, we keep approaching those objects one after the other incessantly all our life in the hope that our internal longing will come to rest through one of those objects. That's why we are constantly restless. That's why we are constantly trying, experimenting, knocking at one door after the other. Getting it? That is the reason why the short format, the short video format in social media has been inevitable. And since it has arrived over the last few years, it has been more successful than the longer formats. Because the audience, without even knowing it, in an unconscious way, is looking for something extraordinary. Now, if you give them a 30-minute piece to watch, by the second or third minute, it is anyway clear that the thing that you are looking for is not going to be found in that long video. Right? So after the third minute, the audience will drop out. After the third minute, the audience will anyway drop out, because it has become clear that the video is not what your deepest self wanted. So how do the video makers, how do the so-called content creators cope with this? They said, we know that we cannot hold the audience anyway for more than 3 minutes. So we will give them just 1 minute of content. And then the danger of the audience running away reduces. And then the proportion of the video that has been watched improves. Because if you see, on an average, if people are watching 3 minutes out of 30-minute content. That is just 10%. Right? The algorithm will record that the average duration viewed is just 10% of the video length. Whereas if you serve them just a 50-second thing, the audience will watch it for 30-40 seconds before they can make up their mind to drop out. Right? Even if you discover that the video is trash, still you would have spent a few seconds on the video, 10, 20, 30 seconds, something. So even if you spend 15 seconds on a 45-second short or reel or something, you have still watched 33% of the video length. Now this 33% is far better than the 10% that you watch on the long video. So this little thing gets more favorably ranked on the YouTube or Instagram algorithm. Right? Do you see the fundamental reason? The fundamental reason is everybody, be it the long video creator, the short video creator, the movie maker, the Netflix maker, does not matter who he is, everybody knows that the content that you are serving does not have that touch of eternity in it. It does not have that all essential quality in it that can simply bind the viewer to the screen. So people are trying all kinds of tricks. They have to try these tricks because they are finding themselves unable to address the central problem. And the central problem, as I mentioned right in the first sentence today, is not the length of the attention span. The central problem is the quality of the object you are serving to your audience. Is the content worth it? If the content is worth it, then people can watch even for 1 hour, 2 hours, and any length does not matter. The epics have been so long lasting. And do you know the number of verses they contain? The number of verses run into scores of thousands. 10,000 verses, 20,000 verses, 40,000 verses, more than 1,00,000 verses. And yet they have been eternal and immortal. If you talk of the Vedas, the Rig Veda itself has 10,000 verses. Or if you go to Homer and talk of Iliad and Odyssey, again there the length of the work is so daunting. But still, it has been with the people and they have just loved it. So it's not that people are afraid of length really. People are just fed up of trash. Trash. And trash does not necessarily refer to production values. It does not really refer to how attractively, how lucratively you have packaged the whole thing. It refers to what is inside the package. It is the stuff that is inside the package, that's what I'm referring to as trash. What is the message you are delivering? What is the insight you are providing through your video? Is there something in the video that will give some relief to my otherwise tormented life? Be it a youngster, a man, a woman, a professional, a student, an old man, a Hindu, a Muslim, a rich man, somebody looking for a job. It does not matter. We all are missing something very essential in our life. Now, is your video or your story or whatever you have as an artist, is that able to provide me something that will fill up the hollow here in my chest? At the center of my existence is a big void, and it pains incessantly. If you are video creator, you are an artist. If you're a painter or a storyteller, you are an artist. Do you have it in you? Does your art contain that beauty, that truth, that will bring some succor to my charred life? A few drops of relief to my parched existence. So that's the problem. And if you do not solve that problem, you'll find even 1 minute is too much. People will run away from you in 5 seconds. Because what you are bringing to them is just so repetitive and old and dull and boring. Within 5 seconds, people have begun to discover that the stuff being served is just a rehash of something old. Now the old thing itself was unable to provide any relief. What will this thing in the new package do? No hope. So one just scrolls away. And you hold your mobile phone like this, and with one thumb or one finger you are just scrolling away. Even 5 seconds is too much now. So that's the thing. Ours is an age of a very special kind of crisis, you see. There is a complete proliferation of all kinds of colorful objects all around. You want to buy a car, you will be flooded with choices. You specify a budget and 15, 25 kinds of models are available. You want to buy a shirt, n numbers of brands. You want to visit a place, so many options and so many tour travel operators. You want to eat, just look at the ever lengthening menu. The entire culinary expanse of the world is available on your table. So choices everywhere. That's what the industrial age has done, right? Go to Amazon. Does not matter what you want, it will be delivered at your doorsteps. People are truly empowered. So objects all around, and yet nothing that can satisfy you. I'm reminded of that beautiful poem. Water, water everywhere, but not a drop to drink. A lost ship in the middle of a vast ocean. Water, water everywhere, but not a drop to drink. That's our state. In the language of social media, you could say, content everywhere, but not one video of relief. So instead of taking the issue head on, instead of discovering the root cause, as usual, we have relied more on trickery and cunningness and shortcuts. So we have said, okay, we will keep reducing the length of the video. We'll keep loading it with special effects. Look at the VFX content in movies these days. Why do you need that so much? Why? There is a reason. And unless you understand that reason, you will not understand the age you are living in. You will not understand the world, you will not understand your own life. Why so many filters are needed? There is a reason. And the reason is very important to know. You cannot have a video where you're just saying something important in a simple way. Because nothing important is being said at all. Trash is being served in innumerable avatars. And therefore you require all kinds of embellishments and filters and decorations, editing and effects and all the jazz. Getting it?
Yes, sir.